Get a real job, they said. Get a pension, they said. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about this crazy video that I've come across online of a man melting down over 30 years on the job and no pension. Now, I'm not quite sure where this is, what job it is, but we're going to talk about what's going on here because this could be anywhere. You go to a place, you sacrifice for a long time, you're loyal to the company, 30 plus years, and at the end of it, you think you're going to have a pension. You think there'll be a retirement. But then once you get to the end of the road, after your whole life, basically your whole adult life, ain't nothing for you. 30 years on the job, no pension. This is going to be the reality for many people. And it's part of the reason why I say there's no job loyalty. You know, back in the day, you could work at a factory, you could work in the shoe store, the whole Al Bundy married with children thing. You're working at a shoe store, you provide for a family of four, your wife don't work, you got a house and everything else. Those days are long gone. Those days are long gone. The days of a quote unquote real job are gone. The days of job loyalty are gone. What's going to be king now is what kind of skills you have that are transferable, moving around, elevating yourself. That's going to be the king in the future. And before I go any further, let's go ahead and get into the video in question. I will link to everything, of course, in the description. If you're on IG, visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Nobody here tell me why I get emotional. Why you talk like that? That's motherfucking
That's fine. You can do that.
You don't know where I motherfucking feel. I want my ass off this motherfucking
Exactly.
I've been here 30-something motherfucking years.
Yeah, I agree too.
30-something fucking years. You tell me I ain't got no motherfucking pension.
Now, it's kind of hard to understand what he's saying, but basically he's upset. My man right here, obviously in the orange and the blue jeans, he's like, yo, I've been here 30 years. I'm going to be upset. You can't tell me to calm down. 30 years, no pension. I'm going to be upset. Absolutely. And his people, coworkers, just are kind of just sitting around. What can they really do? What can they really tell this man? They can't say a word really because 30 years and no pension, you're going to be upset naturally.
Yeah, I agree.
Nobody tell me to calm my ass down. Fuck everybody tell me to calm down. God damn it. This is my motherfucking money y'all playing with.
Right. You're right, Dwayne.
Fuck that shit.
So this is what I'll say.
You gonna tell me how the motherfucking feels. Fuck that shit, man.
So this is what I'll
Fuck
say.
that shit.
Anytime the government,
Analyze that
anytime
shit.
the government bails out a corporation or gives some.
So at the end, you heard what was going on. They said that the government built out a corporation. And let me explain what's going on right there before we keep on going. So if a company, a corporation, they're going under, they're not doing well, they can't meet certain payments obligations, or it could be a government bailout, or it could be a corporate buyout. If they're bought by another company, sometimes what happens is the pension fund goes bye-bye. Ain't no more pension fund because the company got bailed out, and the objective is to cut any kind of unnecessary expenditures. The pension should be necessary, but it's not really at the end of the day. So you're there 30 years. You think at the end of it, you're going to have a pension. Your whole plan was to count on that pension, and it's not there. So what do? Get a real job, ABL. Work for a company 30 years. Get a pension. That might have worked in the 80s or before then, the 60s and 70s, but that's becoming less and less of a reality. Now, is it impossible to find that kind of employment nowadays? No, it's not impossible, but I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't bank on it. I wouldn't put all my eggs in that one basket. I sure wouldn't. The thing now you got to have is transferable skills, things you can do that don't rely upon one company to make it happen. And don't be loyal to one company. If you need to move around, make more money, move state to state, city to city, then do that. If it makes sense for you and for your family, if you have one. Now, here's a quick jump. You see what's going on right here. You may have seen this particular video. This is an NPC TikToker. I don't know her name. I've seen her name before, but that's not really important. Let's watch this, shall we? Let's watch this. And I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to give you some numbers. It's going to blow your mind if you have not heard about them already.
Ice cream so good. Oh, what is that? Ice cream so good. Oh, fire. Yes, 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 yes. Balloon. Fire. Ice cream so good. Oh, thank you, baby. This is so cute. Oh, thank you, P. I love you.
Hey, Abiel, what's going on? Why are you showing us this? Great question. Glad you asked. This, as I said, this is an NPC TikToker. What she's doing is reading the donations in an entertaining way, in a hypnotic way that come on the screen. She's reacting to the donations. Now, these donations make her quite a bit of money. What she's doing right now, all this stuff, check it out. What I read is that she can make between $6,000 and $7,000 per day doing this. $6,000 and $7,000 per day. Now, could that be inflated? Might that be a little bit of a stretch? Sure. But these are real things. Like, this stuff costs money. These little gifts right here, it could be $1, $2, $10 in real money. Here's how it works. You could be on TikTok and buy these things with their currency. Once that's given to the creator, they get that currency and then they could transform that into money, like actual US dollars. If that's wrong, let me know in the comments. Regardless of what's going on, these little gifts right here that keep coming up constantly are real money, and it all adds up. She's also on OnlyFans, of course, and that also makes a lot of money per day, thousands per day. I think it might have been between $4,000 or $5,000 a day. So get a real job, get a pension. What is a real job anymore? What does it even mean? Especially when we have stuff like this. Check it out. Here's a real article. Okay, this is a real article, regardless of what. Somebody could say that, oh, well, she don't make a whole lot of money, all this and that. Look, check it out. Watch this. Wall Street Journal. This is from July 18th, 2023. So just a few days ago, right? Teamsters threaten strike at Yellow as trucker misses pension payment. All right. So the Yellow trucking company, the freight company, they missed their pension payment. My man at the very beginning could have been a Yellow trucker, or he could have worked for the company in some kind of capacity. He's driving trucks potentially for 30 years. Okay, going up and down crazy hills and mountains, crazy grades, 5%, 8% grade, about to crash the truck, all that. Back problems from the bouncy interior, 30 years and no pension. Look, the debt-laden carrier is seeking to defer contributions as it struggles with liquidity. They don't have enough money. And then if they don't have any money and they got to get bailed out, then, hey, you know what? Thank you for your service, Mr. 30-year trucker, but we can't help you with your pension. We had to get bailed out by the federal government, so your pension is gone. We're still going to be here. We're still going to get our money. We're still going to be profitable, I suppose. But you, on the other hand, hey, thank you for your service. Here goes remember that thing where the guy worked at Burger King for like 25 years, and then at the end of it, they gave him like I think they gave him like a pen, like some of the most rinky-dink stuff. Hey, it could be the same way if you have a job that earns more money. It could be the same exact way. They give you nothing at the end. All right. Let's see some of this. So Teamsters Union is threatening to strike against trucking giant Yellow after the company missed healthcare and pension payments, putting fresh pressure on one of the country's biggest trucking companies as a carrier seeks to avoid bankruptcy. Now, my question is, why are they having problems with money? There's no shortage in the need for trucking. I see trucks all the time. Whenever I'm on the road at night and I'm going past rest stops, they lined up. They lined up in the off-ramp trying to park there. There's not even enough space. So why are they having a problem with liquidity? Is it because during this pandemic, there were so many companies that popped up, so many trucks that popped up, it kind of just diluted the need for trucking? I don't really know. I don't think there's a shortage in demand for trucking. So what's going on with the company? Anyway, the union said Monday that a board overseeing pension and welfare funds for unionized workers will suspend health care benefits and pension accruals from July 23rd unless Yellow makes the needed payments by the end of this week. The Teamster says that if the payments aren't made, yellow workers could strike as soon as July 24th. That's going to be a problem. Okay, if we have a trucker strike, that's going to bring the country to a screeching halt. A screeching halt. There could be some government intervention right here. If this happens, then you probably won't know about it. It'll happen in the dark of night, because these kind of things are not going to affect most normies directly, meaning you're not going to get a check in your pocket. So this could happen on the low and you wouldn't even know about it. And guys like my man at the very beginning could be affected. He'll be affected, but maybe you won't be if you're not working for that particular company or somewhere else. But as I close, I want to say this. This should be a wake-up call to anybody out there that thinks that their pension will be there, that it's guaranteed, or even a thing like Social Security, Medicare. These things may not be there. You could be paying into it, meaning Social Security, you could be paying into it in your check. But once you get to be of age to benefit from it, it may not be there. You could work at a job 25, 30 years, and then at the end, pension, retirement, it may not be there. Unless you're in the military or something like that, or your company is just going to never go out of business. I say do not put all your eggs in one basket. Have skills. They're going to be transferable. So you can do whatever you're doing in a different place, a different country, if you need to, okay? If you're good at HVAC or whatever it is, and your town is dying, people are leaving, nobody's there, and you're like, hey, where are the jobs? You need to go to where the jobs are. Don't worry about leaving your hometown. Do it if you have to. Different state, city, country, wherever, go to where the money is. Keep sharpening your sword. Keep getting new skills, better skills to make more money. And you don't owe these companies any kind of loyalty, because when it comes down to it, when they have to save themselves over you, they're going to pick themselves every single time. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what's going on here? Have you heard about anyone not getting their pension they were promised at the end of a very long time at one company, 30 plus years? You know, I think that might be a little bit more common than what we think. That probably happens quite a bit, unfortunately. Have you heard about that? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Sharpen your skills. Get more skills. Don't get comfortable, because when you get comfortable, that's how you get put into a false sense of security. And then at the very end, when you least expect it, you're toast. The rug is yanked from under you and you on your face, hurting. Like, what am I going to do now? I'm 65 years old, 70 years old, and I have no pension or retirement. Now what am I going to do? Please be prepared. Please be ready. And one more time, do not put all your eggs in one basket. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.